Good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to shoot a video on economics for class 11, and today I am taking chapter 1 of stats, that is introduction to statistics. Okay. So in this chapter you have to understand the subject what is statistics. What is statistics? In Greek, in Latin, the word stats means to study the facts. Okay. So stats means actually, if in a very common language, if you want to say, then stats is a study of numerical facts. Okay, where you study about the numerical facts, that science is called statistics. Broadly, when so many scholars has given their definitions, and we consolidate their definitions, and the summary of that definition is, meaning of statistic is, statistic is a science and arts. It is both in nature, that it is science and arts which is deal with the collection, classification, tabulation, presentation, establishment of relationship, interpretation and forecasting of data in connection with social, economical, natural and other problems, so that the predetermined aims may be achieved. Okay, that is a long definition. So it is a science because it is based on a systematic study, systematic principles and techniques. That's why it is a science. And it is an art because every human being use it accordingly. And it is an art of collection of data, that you have to collect the data, classify it, and in a tabular form and any other presentable form, then you can establish a relationship between two different type of facts, okay, or different types of data, and then you can interpret or forecast the data in connection with any type of problem, whether it is social, economical or natural. You can solve every type of problem with the help of these statistical data, and you can find out the predetermined result which you want to achieve. Okay, so that is their facts. Actually, in the book or in your chapter, it is shows in two manners, that is singular manner and plural manner. Okay, plural sense and singular sense. Plural sense means when you present your data, when you present your numerical data to find out some aggregates, okay, to study some aggregates, then it is called plural form of that statistical definition. And singular forms when you study about the statistical methods, okay, statistical methods, where you study about the different type of method which is used to collect or interpret or present that data, that is comes under singular form. Okay, so definition is given in two forms, that is plural when you are solving a presented data or a numerical data for some aggregates of individuals, okay, and where you are study about the statistical methods, that comes under singular sense. Okay, now come to the next point, that is characteristic of statistics. What are the characteristics? So basically main five characteristics we are going to study here. The first characteristic is statistics are aggregates of facts. Means in case of statistics you are learn about the aggregates. Aggregate, the word aggregate means here, aggregate means total. Okay, total, where you sum up the data, that is called aggregate. So in case of a single that I can say, you can study like this. In a class there are 20 students, and the age of roll number 1, or the maybe whatever the name, age of Abhishek is 14 years, yeah, 15 years. It doesn't mean anything in case of numerical data or in case of statistics. So when we study about the age of all the 20 students of the class, we are find out their age and we compare their age with their heights, then it is something, some sense is there, then you can say it is a statistical data. Understood my point? Means a single data, a singular numerical fact is nothing in case of statistics, where you have study about the aggregates, total, some of the things. Okay, that is a correct meaning, that is giving you a some information about that population. Population is, that is not a mean that कितने लोग आपके country में रहते हैं. Population means the area on which you are going to study. For example, I am taking example of class 11th commerce. Means if maybe if 20 students are there in class 11, so class 11th is our population. Okay, that is our area which we want to study. Understood? Okay, now come to the second point, that is statistics are numerically expressed. You can express statistics in a numerical form. Okay, so we are using here tabular form. Okay, here tabulation we have used. We did not use a text form. If you are showing your data in a text form, text means book. In a book, a paragraph is written like this. That is not a statistical data. Where you can you can show you present your data in a numerical format, then you can say it is a statistics. That's why the characteristic is we can use it only in numerical form. Then third point, statistics are affected to a marked extent by the multiplicity of causes. Means statistics are affected by so many types. Means the investigator who collect the data, investigator who ask the questions, and people who are living in that society, their education, their financial level, their economical level, everything, their the cost of living and everything, every type of things are affect the data which you are collecting. Okay. Fourth point, data collected according to the reasonable standard of accuracy. Means whatever data you have collected according to reasonable standard of accuracy. Reasonable standard of accuracy means whenever you are collecting any data, it should be based on some standards, some techniques. Okay, whatever data you have collected, otherwise your data will not give you anything. Okay, for example, if you are collecting data about the age of a class 11 student, you have to collect the data of all the students age. Okay, it is not like that कि आपने एक student की age ले ली and you can take the weight of other student, you can take the height of other student. It is not like that. In a systematical manner, in a standard way you have collect the data, then only you will get some information about it. Okay, then last is data collected in systematic manner. Whatever data you have collected, it should be in systematical manner. For example, you have learned in 10th class also, you have collected data like this. For example, that from 0 to 5, 5 to 10, like that. Means if it is a age, then how many persons are who is having a in our country, the children who is living between the years of their ages between 0 to 5. Means for example, 10 lakh children are like that, and 5 to 10 ages children are 20 lakh. So it will give you some sense in a systematical manner. You can understand by it कि in India जो जिन बच्चों की एज 0 से लेकर 5 तक है, उनके जो टोटल नंबर है वो 10 लाख है, और जिनकी 5 से लेकर 10 तक है उनका नंबर 20 लाख है. Understood? So it will give you some sense. If it is not in a systematical manner, then you will not get anything. Okay. Now come to the next part, that functions of statistics. What function statistics done for us? First, simplification of complexity. For example, if I will tell you that the same example we are taking, 10 lakh children are there whose age is between 0 to 5. If I told you present all these data in a textual form, are you able to give? No, you are not able to give. If I will ask how many people are unemployed in the country, are you able to give? No, not possible. So it is very important, whatever the complicated facts are there, it will show very simple and understandable manner by the use of these statistics. So by the use of stats, or by the use of that statistical numerical data, we can solve complex problem in a very simple form. Okay, the next is present data in understandable form. Whatever data you have collected from the source, that you have to present in such a manner that it should be understood by everybody, whether the person is educated or not, or whether the person is understable to stats or not. For example, if you are presenting data in a bar graph form, in a graphical format, then it is very easy to understand by all. You can just explain it and everybody can understand it. Okay, so in case of stats, you can present your data in an understandable form. Then come to the third point, provide comparison. Means in case of stats, because datas are there, then you can compare to facts. For example, if I want to collect the data that for example, if we have two companies A and B. Okay, we have two companies A and B. The net profit A is, last year profit is 10% and its last year profit is 12%. Its last year profit is 15%. Sorry, total productivity is 2 lakh and its total productivity is 2 lakh also. दोनों की productivity same थी, same number of items they have sold in the market, but still B is getting 12% of profit. It means which company is in more profit, is which company is more efficient. You can easily say, madam, B company is efficient than A. It is earning more profit than B is earning more profit than A. So by this way you can compare the data. You can compare the data of different age. You have in 10th class also you have a chapter for stats. In that case you have find out the living index and all that by comparing base year and current year. You are comparing the prices of the things from current year to base year. So by this way, in the comparison, you can understand, you can find out so many information. Then come to the fourth point, that is present relationship between different facts. Already I have told you, for example, that same 11th class example we will take, that we want to find out the age, or we want to find out the age of all the children of class 11. We want to compare them with commerce to science. In that case, what we have to do, we have to take the age of all the students, then we present that when we find out the average age of both the classes, कॉमर्स एंड साइंस, देन वी कैन से कि कॉमर्स के बच्चों की हाइट ज़्यादा है और साइंस के बच्चों की कम है, या साइंस के बच्चों की ज़्यादा है, कॉमर्स के बच्चों की कम है. ओके, सो डिफरेंट फैक्ट्स यू कैन easily present relationship between different facts. The example correlation and regression that you understand when you learn in different next classes in next chapters. Okay, the last point is able to forecast future events by the basis of our past experience. On that the data which we have collected on the basis of our past experience, we can forecast for the future events also. We can easily forecast what should be the result. Okay, what should be the effect of that particular situation. So we can able to forecast the future data that we can use in weather forecasting and all that. Okay, come to the last point, that is help in formulation of policies and measurement of their effects. Means stats also help us, help the government, help the tax authorities, help the management of the organization, administration. They can form policies and they can easily implement that policy and also find out the result, the effect which is coming out after the formulation of that particular policy. For example, there are so many policies they have launched. In the corona process also they have launched, they have given free ration and free everything to the poor peoples. So what is the effect of it? They are getting their, so you can say Sivraj government also announced they can find out, they can get the audit also. Okay, they can do the audit also for that, ki whatever policies, whatever the plans they have made, what is the effect of it, whether it is implemented properly or not. Okay, so all these things in this way statistics help us. Then come to the last part of this video. Okay, last topic is limitation of statistics of this chapter. That okay, there are so many functions, there is so many importance of statistics in our life and in our daily life also, as well as for government, for tax authorities, for big organizations, and for everyone data are very important, but still some limitations are there, because that is only dependent on the numerical facts. That's why there are some limitations are also there. So first is defective data and insufficient data. means if whatever data you have collected, if it is not if it is defective or if it is not sufficient, means if it is not complete data, then whatever the information you are getting from that data, that is not exact information. That information is also corrected one, that is not exact. Okay, the next point is misinterpretation of data. Means whatever the data are collected by the investigator, maybe the administration, maybe the some cunning person use that data for only their personal benefits. Okay, so in case of statistics, that is also used very easily, misuse, they can misuse the data which we have collected. That is called misinterpretation of data. Whatever the data they have collected, they present data in such a manner that it will not give the clear information about the fact or the situation. Then come to the third point, manipulation of data. Manipulation of data is also the same. Then you can present the people can present the data in such a manner that only benefit for them. Means some cunning persons are there who want only profit or profit maximization. They want, they can present that data, they can manipulate the data. Window dressing is there. The window dressing word means they can present data in a wrong manner, and only in a wrong manner such that they can maximize their profits only. Okay, then come to the fourth point, that is absence of objective test. Whatever the data you have collected and it is not tested accurately, then whatever the information you have collected on basis of that data, that is also not exact, that is also not correct. Okay, the fifth point is not given exact result. Already I have told you, if what data is not complete, not sufficient, if data is defective, it is not properly presented, if it is manipulated, if objective tests are not there, then definitely whatever the result are given on that data, that is also not exact. Okay, the last point is only shows numerical facts. It is absolutely correct. Only numerical facts are present in case of stats. For example, if you want to say that that person is very good, that person is very bad, you can't say in a statistical form, right? क्या बोलेंगे? It is not possible. So you can only show the numerical facts here. You have to give them some numbers. You have to present that data in a numerical format only. So in case of stats, that is a limitation. All only the numerical facts are presented by the stats. Okay, the qualities are not reflected by the statistics. So that is all over about the first chapter of stats. And again, my last message is stay home, stay safe, keep learning. Goodbye.